Thank you, Nurhawa. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, everyone. I am Nur Syuhada and I will continue about advantages and disadvantages of using toys in learning. First of all, toys can act as a universal language for playing in different levels of learning and cultural backgrounds. Simple toys can engage students to explore natural phenomena or a scientific concept in ways that will support their science learning. Thus, using toys also can provide motivational and experiential links between science concept and everyday experience for both students and teachers. Therefore, toys are useful for increasing student interest, assisting students to remember concepts, and as the basis of discovery activities to stimulate questioning and experimentation. Now, let's see what are the advantages of using toys in learning. Firstly, it develops student imagination and creativity. Second, encourage the development of problem-solving skills. Third, engage in exploring scientific concepts. Fourth, enhance student inquiry skill. And lastly, motivate student learning. Firstly, develop student imagination and creativity. Educational toys not only foster learning and growth, but also give students the ability to think creatively. It encourages students to think of original ideas and creative decision-making. Assign toys present to the student with multiple options, with each bringing out a different outcome. It's completely on the student to which outcome they prefer. These abilities develop their capabilities to think critically and approach each activity without bias. This is a step preparing them for the professional world. So science toys represent an ability to look at toys from a science perspective and develop entertaining educational design using scientific creativity. Thus, students require creative thinking to acquire creative solutions. Secondly is encourage the development of problem-solving skill. As we know, learning a scientific concept or any subject might be a little bit difficult for different levels of students or learners. The capacity of student mind to remember all the information might be limited or hard to follow up by the student. But by using toys in learning can encounter this problem if students follow the instruction of the toys. For example, magnetic rainbow fraction toys. This toy helps students to understand relationship between concept of fraction and percentage. Students can solve the question by demonstrating the fraction and percentage manually and able to calculate the answer. Within this, students are also able to handle real-life issues efficiently. Next is engage in exploring scientific concepts. Many studies have shown that learning using toys is an effective method of introducing or reinforcing abstract scientific concepts. Exposing them with learning toys at an early age will encourage them to learn more and apply the science concept, since they are familiar and interested with learning toys. According to Cooper and Keys, toys are useful resources for making scientific concepts more accessible to children, as the age-appropriate concrete material that are relevant to student life, harness student interest, and link their own experiences to the task at hand. Fourth is enhance student inquiry skill. The use of toys to teach science reflects an inquiry-based approach to teaching and learning. Usually, these approaches are characterized by questioning, depth thinking, collaboration, and self-directed learning. Since the toys are constructivist aids, the student knowledge was constructed by making sense of their experiential work through a variety of tools, resources, and contexts, with learners bringing up their own prior knowledge and belief to their learning environments. Thus, toys provide a stimulus for knowledge construction through investigation and experiential learning. It also develops the skill required in scientific inquiry, such as questioning, predicting, and developing explanations. Lastly, motivate student learnings. Learning using toys can have varying teaching methods and generate much passion from the students who are usually excited by using the toys learning. In science, toys help bring science alive by making the concept concrete and relevant to the student lives. Also, as the applied concept of a toy are often assembled from a variety of subject areas. Teaching with toys also helps students to make connections in learning, particularly among different subjects. Not only are students able to build essential process skills while using toys, but it also encourages social interaction and gives rise to positive social development among the students. There are three disadvantages using toys in learning. Firstly is expensive cost. Learning using toys require teaching aids or educational toys. However, some of the school or teachers are unable to afford all the educational toys due to the expensive cost. Secondly is time consuming. Learning using toys can lead to time consuming since there are students need to understand and apply the concept on the toys. Thus, it will become more difficult and tiring and more time consuming for the teacher if the class size is large. And lastly, student behavior. It is difficult to achieve the lesson outcome if the student refuses to cooperate with teachers. Students may be too excited and fun to play using toys and slightly directed them to having difficulty of paying attention and troubling the teacher to control their emotion and having difficulties in demonstration.